hashtags. Io ti faccio sacare, ci guardiamo il film, scomparse.
这就是在说，是在聊天自己。Might be at the pizza area, I
It's Yeah, never played wow.
started about 8:15. What time do we actually start?
I think you will be after now. You are the last one.
No, it's okay. Oh, no, I missed the whole program. It's okay. We're starting.
Okay.
Or go to the bar, there's some spares over here. We're gonna get started in 2 minutes.
When I'm in the shop and I scan the QR code and I go into the, am I online or what? I think that's fair. And then you have the whatever ABD programming WeChat on there. Like, what? That's the same. Like I also have I'm waiting for the advertisement and stuff. Talking
On the speakers, we have seats to try to use area. Next seat. Looking for Luco, Holly,
Hey, does your buzzer sit here on the side? Should we say? Yeah.
Lucas, Kathy Kwan,
Yes. Yeah. Here.
Okay, good afternoon, Shanghai!
Don't drink. Don't.
Welcome to another 8x8 here in Shanghai, back home after our
can't
Go into the Train trip. We're Chinaccelerator, we help startups cross borders, we help startups from around the world come to China, Chinese startups expand internationally. This event today is the culmination of the second week of our accelerator program. We just launched our batch 15. We went from Shanghai to Beijing, from Beijing to Hangzhou, and then we're back home here. We visited a lot of companies and we introduced to all of them the new startups that are part of this batch. Now, for the first time, publicly in Shanghai, we're introducing to you all the batch 15 companies. But before that, for any of you that are new to Chinaccelerator or SOSB, I'd like to welcome William Bobin, Managing Director of Chinaccelerator and partner in SOSB. William, all yours.
All right. So thank you very much for coming. We're saving money on chairs because it's healthy. So if you want to move that way, that would be good. And in the future, come early. Okay, so we're SOSV. We're the Accelerator VC. We are a venture capital fund, a lot different than many others in that we are global. So most venture capital funds are focused on China or America or Europe or, I don't know, Japan. But we are global, all across the world. The second thing is that how we're different, we go very, very deep by vertical. Okay? We go very deep into what my colleague Arvin calls trillion-dollar industries. So we go heavy into hardware with our HAT, Chinaccelerator and MOX for internet and software, FoodX for food tech and agriculture tech, and biotech. So this is the obligatory slide where we say we're like the best at everything. The key thing is that we're probably the most active investor in many categories. So we are the most active investor in hardware in the world, according to TechCrunch. We are the most active investor in biotech, according to CB Insights. We're number 3, tied for number 3 in artificial intelligence, and tied for number 4 in blockchain, according to TechCrunch. And according to TechCrunch, Crunchbase, in 2018, we're the number 5 most active seed and angel investor in the world. So we are here to support early stage entrepreneurs trying to get off the ground and from 0 to 1 and hopefully beyond. And we're very happy that this last year, 2018, we're the number 5 most active investor in female-led startups in the world. We're very happy because we're number 5 because last year we were number 2. The previous year, in 2017, we were number 2, and actually in 2016 we were number 1. And what this means is that there are now 4 other investors that have invested in more female-led startups than we have, which is a good thing. So in the last 4 years, we invested $150 million US. And those same companies that we invested in the last 4 years, they raised over $800 million from outside investors, other investors, after we invested in them. And the current valuation of the companies that we've invested in just in the last 4 years is $10 billion. So we hope that we are the start for many of a successful venture. It's hard, and that's why we're here in a community. So thank you for being part of our community. So with that, I'm going to kick it back to Oscar to talk about our community. Thank you very much.
Okay, every year in this 8x8, we introduce you what the new startups that we're investing. But sometimes you want to know what happened with these companies. What is this company developing to? What companies are successful? What happened with some of them? 2.5 years ago, we invested in a company called DirectSky. That company was trying to solve a problem for shopping malls. Shopping malls were empty. This company coming from Korea, they were able to leverage the fame, the interest that in China exists for Korean pop stars to bring people to these shopping malls. That worked out, but it was not really super scalable. Blockchain happened, and everybody was trying to leverage blockchain technology. CryptoKitties become very important. All of these rewards that Korean pop stars were giving to the fans that were going to shopping malls were all becoming a token, were all becoming a crypto collectible, something that you can store and you can change. They developed a wallet that allowed to store all of these crypto collectibles. And it was something that was not just the problem, it was the problem of a lot of people that was in that space. When they released this D-app globally, in the first week, they became the second most downloaded app, D-app in the world. The company was able to go from one idea that was the inspiration for what they thought to be working to something that now is globally a leader in their category. They're doing really good and closing a new round right now. Last year, not here, not in this space, in other space, we had a company from Bike14 that was introducing a solution to be able to tag and identify runners in a marathon or any type of race in a very efficient way. Before you finish your race, you already knew where all your pictures where you can find yourself. That was really good for the organizers and promoters of any marathon because they were able to get 3 times more exposure. If runners get the pictures really fast, they share in social media. With all of that data, what Miro was able to do was build one of the best, most accurate and fastest body AI company in the world. Right now, they're about to reach 10 million bodies that they are tracking with the AI. This is helping them develop new solutions and being able to detect if you have any potential injury, if you could get any type of accident. They are able to detect also your performance, how we as tag a runner has become a huge database of data that can be used to create very accurate and fast body AI information. So this is something that happened last year, and now this year what we have is a new batch to introduce to all of you. So without any delay, I'd like to introduce the first company from the batch, feature introduced by the CTO, Damian. Please meet All Right!
每个上去的都拍的，拍了。
Demand for video content is growing exponentially. Netflix, Amazon, and Tencent spend billions of dollars every year licensing film and television content. But 80% of content is never monetized after its first release. Right now, the content marketplace is controlled by middlemen that take 40% of the money and they control what you see. All right, we solved this problem. We're the Alibaba of content. We're a B2B marketplace connecting content producers with buyers around the world. Today we have 20,000 hours of content on our marketplace, twice that of Netflix Asia. I'm Damien Miles, CTO of All Rights. If you love content as much as we do, we'd love to talk to you afterwards.
Now we have Chin from Project Fly.
90% of aspiring music artists not only don't become famous, but they're totally undiscovered. These artists can't make enough money to be able to pursue their passion full-time in music. Project 5 is creating a new internet platform to be able to help provide artists with the tools and the community to help them more effectively build their fans in the music ecosystem. We will launch the platform with the #1 music contest in China. Our team has a track record for successful innovations in the music industry, including launching the first reality music competition in China, which became the #1 show in China with over 150 million viewers per episode. My name is Chin Yao, I'm co-founder and CEO of Project 5. For those of you trying to outreach to the Chinese youth market, we're looking for partners in music, media, brand, advertising. My co-founder Jill is here, and our intern Chillin. It's for all the young professionals and students that want to be invited to the coolest parties, okay, with all those celebrities and music stars. Make sure you add Jill on WeChat. Thank you.
So now we have Vinny from Guide the World.
Chinese travelers don't want to sit in a hotel room and shop for bags anymore. They are looking to ride across Dubai, scuba dive in Bali, as well as climb the Mount Kilimanjaro. We at Guide the World connect Indian and now Chinese travel agents with multiple suppliers across the world to build and customize unique holiday experiences for the growing 180 million Chinese and Indian travelers. With over 20,000 plus excursions done for the Indian independent traveler in the last 1 year, we look forward to building the same up in China. I'm Vinit Gurki, founder and CEO of Guide the World, and that's the QR code to reach me if you're looking to have great experiences, get discounts, and know more about us. Thank you.
Now we have Cassie from Market.
Marketing in China is hard. KOLs drive superior results, although there are many fakes. To solve this problem, we build a platform that turns everyone to be a KOL by allowing you to find, try, and share products in Nike. To make it happen, brands only need to spend 1% of our original marketing budget. We have been already reached 87,000 users within 2 months launch and 10,000 each week. I'm Cassie, founder and CEO of Market. So if you know any brands which trying to find their target customers, please scan my WeChat account and also the WeChat mini program of Market. Thank you.
And now we have Niti from Try and Buy. E-commerce is booming, but buying dress online still has not taken off. 92% of women buy dress offline through a store. Why? Because they have no idea how they will look. There are hundreds of startups who tried to solve this problem and failed. We are trying by their solution. Our patented trial room technology plugs into e-commerce site and showing women how they will look. Our plugin at Walmart has increased their sales by 7 times. I'm Nitin, CEO of Standby, Affiliator, check it out. Standby. Awesome, now we have Mark from ASEAN.
Corporate training is boring. And even when people are engaged in the classroom, they forget almost everything they've learned within 24 hours. Yet companies still spend almost $1 billion a day on this bad training. At Aptium, we make training fun and we make it stick through bite-sized learning. Mandarin Oriental, within 6 weeks of launching the app, saw improvements in their customer satisfaction and increase in their sales. We work with other companies like Chanel, Porsche, and K11 to help them look at 3x in their learning retention. Most importantly, our app is so effective that most of our users come back every single day. My name is Matt. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Aptium. Come and have a chat with us later. It'd be great to talk to you.
Now we have Adrian from Yumi.
How's everyone doing? Up-and-coming brands around the world want to sell to Chinese millennials, but they can't. It normally takes 4 to 6 months to start selling on WeChat because of the paperwork. We are Yumi. We help millennial brands anywhere in the world launch their own WeChat shops and drive sales by incentivizing users to sell for them. We work with the top millennial brands like 88 Rising, Chinatown Market, even majors like Nike. I'm Adrian, CEO of Yumi. If you know any brands that want to launch social commerce in China, we'd love to have a chat. Scan our code if you'd like to check out our shopping on Yumi Social Commerce. We'd love to show you our platform. Thanks.
Now we have Alex from Web to Ship.
The difference between successful online sellers and the one that fail is shipping. And shipping to China can be very tedious and expensive. We at Web2Ship help online sellers from around the world to group buy on cross-border shipping. Our massive volumes help to make the shipping cost low and help you to make more money. We have shipped more than 350,000 shipments to 170 countries. My name is Alex. Come and talk to me. You can scan my QR code. I'll be at the back. I'm looking for partners and sellers. Thank you.
Next we have Baham from ESM1.
Esports. It's a huge movement with 400 million fans all over the world. Esports finals gather 200 million viewers, same as the NBA finals, but yet esports doesn't make that much money as NBA because of the lack of reliable analytics. We're ESM1 and we are here to change it. We analyze 100,000 streams each day to bring up the transparency and metrics to esports. And our data has been published by ESPN, New York Times, Washington Post, etc. And huge brands come to us like MasterCard or Nike to reach the huge esports audience all over the world. If you are interested in that, feel free to contact me. Thanks.
Almost there, 2 more to go. We have Ban from Motions Cloud.
Insurance company spend $100 billion per year to process claims, which is slow, manual, and expensive. We are Motion Cloud. We have insurance company who automate the claim process using mobile and computer vision to evaluate damage and delivery result is just 3 hours instead of 3 weeks. We have 5 insurance and automotive companies like Daimler and IoT in Europe, the US, and we are expanding across Asia. If you are from insurance, automotive, and real estate industry, please scan our QR code and we love talking to you. I am Juan, CTO and co-founder of Motion Cloud. Thank you.
And last but not least, we have Luke from Overhead.
There are people here tonight who spend money on a gym membership but never go. In fact, 67% of people who have a gym membership do not go. gyms end up losing half of their customers every year because they're boring. Overhand turns a gym into a game. We track your movements in real time, and you can see how you are doing on the giant screen, competing with your friends or yourself, or achieving team goals together. We make fitness fun and rewarding so that you stick to it. Overhand is live in gyms in 3 cities in China. We are also about to launch our home version. Please scan the QR code. I'm Luke, the CEO. Let's see if he can beat my high score. Thank you very much.
In Shanghai, this is what you'll have time to talk with all the companies. But before, for any entrepreneurs that want to join, that want to be part of this thing next time, how does it work? How do you do it? Every company that comes here, they receive an investment from us. They also get access to different types of perks, free services that come from our partners. They also get to spend time with us. But what they get, the most valuable thing is access to all of you, access to all of our community, especially access to our corporate partners, where we've been working for a long time, trying to help these multinationals solve some of the problems in collaboration with startups. Also, today, we're hosting this here in one of our partners. Our partners are fundamental. We have partners all over the world that makes things possible for us. Some of them, they host space. Some of them, they introduce us companies. Some of them, they host their companies after they graduate. Different partners, we have only space for some of them here with more of them. And the most important part, our mentors. Today, you're going to have a chance to learn and be introduced to some of our mentors with some of their wisdom. Unfortunately, we only have time for 8. But if you want to learn more about our mentors, about the amazing people that is part of the Chinaccelerator community, we also publish a podcast. And in this podcast, you can hear longer interviews with some of the key people from very, very relevant players in the ecosystem. Here you have a QR code where you can download, you can subscribe, or simply go to our website or check, look for that on Google, China Startup Podcast. We are in the first, second space when you look for China Startup Podcast in Google. And now, if you are looking for startup, you don't know what to do, but you want to test it, we also have a lot of startups. All of these startups are constantly looking for talent. Next weekend, we'll be organizing a job fair where you can come and explore, talk with these partners, and join them if you want to. Now, no more delays. I'd like to welcome a super mentor, already few-time speaker here. Please welcome Lucas.
I said, ni hao. That's better. My name is Lucas, and I suffer from FOMO. Some of you may know that's the fear of missing out. Every day, I see hundreds of opportunities, whether it's business ideas, product ideas, marketing ideas, and I have to try to focus. Maybe some of you suffer from it too. I think it's quite common amongst entrepreneurs. If you have a day job like a normal person, you might not be here. So, we want to cook. The number one mistake that I see founders making is trying to go right to the top. I want to be a master chef when they haven't even learned how to do the basics. So I think it's very important we talk about why simple is good and how we have to go step by step to build businesses, to build our teams, build our marketing channels, etc. So, notice this doesn't say KISS, keep it simple, stupid, which some people say. You're not stupid. I think actually the smarter people are, the harder it is to focus because you have more ideas, you see more opportunities. So, we're not going to start with the Beijing duck because I'm a vegetarian. We're starting with ramen. I love noodles. And by the way, great product, convenient, cheap, delicious. I think that's a great sales pitch. So we'll go back to the noodles. I want to start at a high level. This is how I view building businesses. At the top, we have a beautiful, profit-making, smooth-sailing machine, a business, enterprise. But we're at the bottom. We're in the water, and actually, since we're in China, it's not a calm lagoon, it's a raging river. And at the end of the river is a waterfall. That's when you run out of funding. The water moves fast in China. So we've thrown all our pieces in the water, and as we're floating along,
trying to avoid our competitors, the rocks, the alligators, the VCs that are trying to get a piece of you. We're trying to build the raft. So I think it's important to remember we're doing two things at the same time. We're both designing and building our ship, and we're also trying to steer it and provide the service or product to our customers. So, step by step. We're not trying to jump to the big ship, we're just trying to get to the next phase. So, what's the next phase? Back to the ramen profitability, being cash flow positive, and buying ourselves some time. So, I believe it's very important to find one thing that works. Focus on one metric and one channel to hit that metric. We don't need to throw everything against the wall and just see what sticks. We need to be very systematic about doing targeted tests and finding what works. If it's too bland, we add a little salt. So this is my previous company, Charan. We were a food delivery company. This was right before we did the ice bucket challenge, or about 2 seconds before I got ice water dumped on me. Our number one channel was offline flyers. These are some samples. On one side it would explain the service, and the other side it would have some sort of hook, a free drink or some other gimmick. We handed these out outside of subway stations, outside office buildings. It was extremely effective, 1 to 5% redemption rate, actually meaning people would get the flyer and actually order because it was extremely targeted. A lot of people ask me, they say, I don't know if I can do flyers for my company. I'm not saying you have to do flyers, I'm saying you have to find that one thing that works and just nail it, day in and day out. A lot of people also tell me that doesn't scale. How do you scale that? I want to do a viral video, I want to do SEM. Well, the great thing about things that don't scale is actually they do scale, but it's linear. So you're not going to hit a wall like when you run out of traffic on SEM. Good quote by Paul Graham, go meet your people, do things that don't scale. I personally have given out thousands and thousands of flyers. We had hundreds of full-time staff managing thousands of part-time people handing out millions of flyers a day. It does scale if you put your mind to it. It's a management problem. Airbnb, by the way, I heard this quote, and they flew to New York to meet the original hosts, and they started hiring professional photographers to take photos of the apartments. That set the standard very high on the platform for having high-quality photos. Now, even though not all the photos are by professional photographers, that's continued. That's something that doesn't scale. Just a quick video, I don't know if you have sound.
Hello, Steve. Thanks for coming. My name is John. Any questions before we start? Good. How does your company currently measure results in digital marketing?
Well, we look at the bigger picture and try to see what kind of ripple effect we go for the key influencers who are, at the end of the day, we want to create a halo effect around our brand recognition.
We try to fine-tune engagements to get working on getting a real 360-degree view of the customer to
cross-segment synergies. Likes?
Closed loop marketing.
sort of
And classification of our brand.
SEO.
Click-through rates?
Yeah, I'll end it early. I think the point is obvious, right? We don't need buzzwords, we need one channel that works, one thing that scales that we can continue to do. My current business is called Shishi Lab. We do teeth straightening and teeth realignment. It's direct to consumer. So the point I want to make here is that with food delivery, we weren't inventing food delivery, we weren't inventing flyers. All we were trying to do was one simple phase shift from ordering by phone to ordering on an app. Now what we're doing with teeth deliveries, instead of going to the hospital, you go to us directly and we can save you a lot of time and money. So think about what is the one thing you can do. It's just one small tweak that makes a difference. And then how do you push that out and make it big? I'm Lucas, thank you, look forward to talking later.
The example of flyers has always been super inspirational for all the companies. So every time we have a company reaching doing things that don't scale, we can look at it comes and it doesn't. Now we have another super mentor that has been really busy for the last year and a half. I think he's going to share some of that. So please welcome Mike.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored to be here to speak today. I'm Michael Bly, and I'm from Tang Consulting. And for over the past year and a half, I've been writing a book together with the co-founder of our company, Jason Wong. And I want to share some of the lessons we've learned through this process of writing the book. But before I begin, I'm going to give a brief introduction to our company, just so you know the basic background of where we're coming from. So I'm a partner and Dean of X Academy at Tang Consulting. And what we do is we help our clients create holistic experiences. And what I mean by holistic experiences is how do we align the experience of products and services together with online and offline channels, together with the employee behaviors as well as their roles, and then the communications from advertising and marketing. And how does it all work together to deliver the brand value of the company? So while the company and most of my colleagues focus on delivering the deliverables, the projects for clients, my role is significantly different because what I do is I look at all the work that we do and I look at what are the methods, what are the practices that we are doing with our customers through our and trying to manage our practice. So with that background, sorry, microphone keeps going up. With that background, what we're doing with the book is we call this thinking. And for the past year, when we're working on next thinking, is really organizing all this information together in our book. So in this book, there's 3 key things that we've really learned about through this process. Vision, culture, and process. One of the things I find really interesting when you're writing a book is that it's very similar to creating a company, creating a product, creating something new. All of us come with a vision of what we want to create. But at the same time, we run into challenges in terms of balancing different points of view. One of them is you start off with an idea, but as you're working through this idea, as you create it, it ends up being something different when you're done. The reality of what you're creating is not exactly the same as the original idea that you came up with. Another one is your original idea, your original vision is from an inside-out perspective. It's coming from within you, going out to your audience, your customers. But does this vision match something that your customers need? This is from an outside-in perspective. What do they need? What do they want? Does it align with the vision that you're creating? Lastly is macro versus micro. We have a big vision in terms of X thinking, but there are many different pieces and parts that come together to do it. Just like any big product, any company. How do all these things work together? How do they work together as a whole unit? So how does the micro pieces of the business or your idea all come together? So from this, in terms of the vision, the finished product looks very different from the original vision. The next is culture. So one of the things about our book right now is we're creating both an English and Chinese version of our book simultaneously. For me personally, I cannot read or write Chinese, so that makes it very difficult. So at the top level, when people think about creating something for a different market or in different languages, you think culture as language, the Chinese and English version. And one of the challenges is we find that some don't translate directly from another. So sometimes we're really having trouble figuring out which exact word to use. But culture goes much deeper than that. It goes into context. So what we found is some examples we use in the book don't resonate with our audiences in Chinese or English. For example, I have a story in the book that I use Batman and the troubles that Batman has. However, that story does not resonate in Chinese, so we need to swap that story out to, say, the Monkey King. But that story doesn't work in English, so we're having challenges with something like that. Lastly is communication styles. We're finding out that how you write in one language does not work in the other. How you describe something doesn't work. And one example I found is with the editors on the English side and Chinese side. On the English side, we're told, don't use your headline again in your body copy. Don't repeat the words. But in Chinese, that's flipped. You can go ahead and use that headline again in body copy. So these are things that we're finding challenges with when it comes to writing the book. And I think these are the same type of challenges we would have with localizing an app or product from a different country to another country. So the differences between Chinese and English is much more than just translation. And lastly, process. one of the things with writing a book is traditionally it's a waterfall process. You start at the beginning, you write to the end. And it's very difficult to iterate through it. We find that we are iterating chapter by chapter, section by section, book as a whole. But like I said, we're doing both in Chinese and English. So it's very difficult to find out where we should be iterating. How do we iterate different parts? The other is speed.